Hi, I'm Rod Gammon. I'm the chairman and inventor of the Rotolight system, and we're here at WPPI in Las Vegas 2015. I'd like to tell you a little bit about some of our products. I'm going to start with our original RL48 ring light. This is a very, very popular light for photographers, videographers and cinematographers. We've sold over 50,000 of these now, and what it does, it gives you a beautiful ring light effect. You get the beautiful little point light in the eye. It's the equivalent of about 100 watts. It uses a series of filters that allow you to change the light color temperature, to dim it, diffuse it. You can minus green, and all the filters to do that are stored inside the light. It's very cool, and it runs for 4 hours non-stop on 3AA lithium batteries, so you get fantastic battery life. Put it together like this, pop the filter holder on, and to mount it onto the camera you just use the little Rotolight stand adapter that pops through the middle, clips on at the back, and that now comes down to a shoe adapter with a tripod screw. We also do a range of very exciting colour effect filters for this that allow you to do this sort of thing. So if this is our key light, we can have a second light to the side with a colour effect on, and also backlight, or maybe bouncing off the hair at the top or going all the way behind for a kicker. And that's a very useful effect. So we do a 2-light kit called the Interview Lighting Kit that comes complete with 2 lights, all the filters, all the stands. It's very, very cool. And just the ticket for either portraiture for photographers or for video guys who are doing really nice on the run and gun video stuff. Now, we've recently introduced a fantastic new light called the Neo. Neo is here on top of the camera, and it's a very powerful light. It delivers 1077 lux at 3 feet, which makes it twice as bright as any of its competitors. It's a bicolor system which allows us to electronically manipulate the color all the way down from tungsten all the way up to bright blue daylight. It displays that on the back, and I'm going to spin Neo around there so you can see how that all looks on the reverse side. Is that looking good? You can see that there. There's Neo's back. Right. So you'll notice that we've got 2 dedicated knobs. This one is the knob for brightness, so I can dial it up or down. And here's the knob for the color temperature, so I can actually set the color temperature very exactly in little 10 Kelvin steps, or go in large jumps to go all the way down to tungsten, all the way up to 6300. It has absolutely phenomenal color rendering, over 95 CRI overall, and skin tones at 99. And you'll probably see behind me there's a very pretty picture of a girl, and actually the session that it was being shot on, where you can actually see what those skin tones actually look like. Neo has some fascinating new technology built in, thanks to its little computer. If we go through the menu, you can program the display to be low, high or off. You can automatically set a fade, so you just dial in a fade time, let's say 5 seconds, hit the go button, and you'll see Neo is now doing a little fade down, which is really very useful. So again, for DSLR users who are shooting video who don't have a fade feature, this is a really useful feature because it means you can do it without having to adjust your aperture or mess around with the aperture. Neo is the first light in the world that has a true aperture dimming system. So if we go into the aperture dimming system, what you do is that you set the distance to your target in feet. So let's say 5 feet. You set the exposure time of your camera, let's say 1/200th of a second. You set the ISO of the camera, let's say 1250 ISO, and then you can actually preset the dimming to be set as an f-stop. So you notice now, as I adjust the brightness of Neo, it's showing it as a true f-stop, and this is taking into account the contrast of the skin tones of your subject and everything. So the nice thing is that if you're on a studio session shooting using this instead of having to re-meter every single photo, the only dynamic thing that's going to change is the distance to your subject. And the great thing is that Neo has bookmarked the most useful feature. So you just press this button once and you go straight back to the feet setting. So if the feet now increase to 7, you can go back, just one button click takes you backwards and forwards between the f-stop dimming display and the feet parameter. So very, very useful. And there's other very nice things inside Neo as well. It'll actually monitor automatically the voltage input and tell you if you've got a low battery situation. It can monitor the temperature of the internal batteries to make sure you're using rechargeables or some other lithium stuff so they don't accidentally overheat. It'll even tell you what software version is in there. So it's a very clever little machine. And just a 2-button click like that takes you straight back to the simple brightness and color temperature mode. So very, very simple. It runs on 6 AA batteries or a DC input, anywhere from 5.8 volts up to 18, so you can run it on a car battery, on a Sony FP970, on a D-tap from a standard V-Lock or Anton Bauer battery system. And it has 3 1/4" 20 mounts that allow us to mount the barn doors on it. Chimera are making a beautiful softbox for it. Portabrace are making a really nifty little rain cover that goes under the barn doors. And it comes supplied in a superb Rotolight pouch with the AC adapter with a little set of diffusion filters. So it's a very, very cool product. I'd just like to talk to you about our flagship product, the Rotolight Innova. This is a fantastic LED floodlight that only uses 38 watts of power at full output, but delivers the output equivalent of 3,900 watts of output, which is 5,460 lux. It's a beautiful round light, so it gives you a really nice point light reflection in the eyes, and it's natively a very soft, very wrappy light. You'll notice that when you're doing portraits with it, that the light wraps beautifully around your subject. It uses, on the back, it has a very, very nice control system. So you just, like an iPod, you just set to brightness and you can adjust the brightness up or down in ones, or press and hold, and you can dial it up or down very quickly in tens. Same thing with color temperature. We can adjust the color temperature up or down in tens of Kelvin, or if I press and hold, we can go in hundreds, all the way from bright blue daylight all the way down to full tungsten. So you have a fantastic range of 3150 to 6300 Kelvin in just one turn of a dial. So it's a very, very versatile light. The most useful feature is the fact that it can be controlled both locally or from DMX from a lighting console. But the really exciting thing is that we actually built a Wi-Fi system into the Rotolight Innova, and that allows us to control it from our iPhone or iPad. So I can actually now take full control of the light in exactly the same way as I did on the back. I don't know if you can see now, the light is operating from my control here. And same thing with color temperature. So I can dial the color temperature up or down. I can do an automatic fade down. I can turn the light on or off, etc. So it's a fantastic, unique feature. And if I want to, I can actually control a lot of lights. We can go to, sorry, not this feature, just one second. We can actually set up to 256 Innovas on a great big DMX style mixing console. And you can have all the Innovas set to different faders. You can store the arrangement of all your Innovas into a scene memory. You can put the scenes together into a little playlist down here on the bottom of the screen and actually store all of these settings. You can send that entire project information across to your friends on the other side of the planet. So it's a unique system. Plus, you can use the Innovas actually as a DMX Wi-Fi hub. So from our app, you can control Aries and Kino Flows and other really good DMX equipped lights. Just plug a cable out from the Innova into their light and then set up a fader to control them. And you have instant DMX Wi-Fi from our app. All the settings are stored in the Magic Eye for the Innova. So this is the Rotolight Magic Eye app and the Rotolight Innova version 2, which is actually won Best Lighting Product of the Year last year in America.